Hi, this is Justin from ScaleModelScenery.co.uk. In this video I'm going to show you how to install our LX96 concrete hard standing kits, and also we'll have a quick look at the LX103 Extension pack as well. So the concrete hard standing kit is designed to basically take all the hassle out of installing concrete hard standing for an engine shed or a diesel maintenance depot, that sort of thing. Traditionally, modelers will tend to use things like DAS modelling clay, or we'll end up layering pieces of card, cutting thick card with a sharp, trying to cut it with a knife, plasticard, all sorts of things to try and get the track, or bring the hard standing up to the right level for the rails, make it all look decent. This is designed to take out all the hard work. So, in the kit, you get a set of instructions which walks you through the installation of it. And you get 3 sheets of pre-weathered concrete hard standing texture sheet or texture paper. It's individually weathered, got lots of different sort of features and textures on that, so that each piece is completely individual. And then you get the laser cut 2mm MDF sheet, which has all the sections on to go between the various pieces of track. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to quickly install this, and I think you'll see that it's much simpler than many other methods. So what we do is you break the MDF sheet up. It comes perforated, so you can literally just give it a bend and it will separate into its individual sections. So we've got the A sections which go between the rails, we've got the B sections which go in between the tracks there, we've got the C sections which are little fillet strips. I'll show you what they're for in a bit, and then we've got the D parts, which is the top layer. Excuse me. So, just let me let the dog out. Go. Right. Okay, so we've got 2 pieces of track. This isn't fixed down, but on your baseboard, obviously, you've pinned it down. You'll be using underlay or whatever you want to use. Underneath it, cork or foam. Foam might be a bit trickier to use actually with this, so probably cork is better to give you a nice flat area to work with. So you pin the track down. We do 2 packs. One works with Hornby track spacing, which I think is 57mm apart, or track centres, and we do a LX96B, which is for Pico streamline track spacing, which I think is 50mm from memory, but it might be different. Don't quote me on that. So, track's fixed down. First thing we do is we cover the strips using the texture paper. It's easier to cover these first than do them when it's all fixed down, because it's just the easiest way to do it is to glue the MDF strip to the back of the texture sheet. Obviously make sure you're on the texture, get it nice and straight, glue that onto there with Pritt stick, Yoo-hoo, whatever your preferred glue is for texture sheets, and then once it's dry, just trim off with a sharp knife along the edge of the wood and repeat it for the full length of the sections. So you do that with the A sections, and you want to cover the D sections, not the B's and not the C's, and I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, so the first thing we do, we take the A sections. These go in between the rails. They're designed to fit down inside the sleepers, so they'll sit between the rail chairs there. So you've got plenty of clearance for the wheel backs on there, for wheel flanges. You've got plenty of clearance for those on there, but basically we've got it as close as we can without causing any fouling or any issues with your locomotives and rolling stock on there. So that they go in between the rails like that. So just 2 of those. Again, you can glue these down with Yoo-hoo, whatever PVA will work, whatever your preferred glue is really for working with wood and plastic. Copydex would probably work, general contact adhesives, that sort of thing. So the A's go between the tracks like that. Then we take the B sections. Now, the B section is designed to sit in between the sleepers there. Okay, so we put the B section in there, and we also put a B section on the outside and a B section on the other side. So that gives us the basics of our hard standing, but obviously because we've only got 1 layer of MDF here and this is sitting up on the sleepers, that's obviously not the same height. So what we do then is, if we're just doing a 2-lane engine shed, these will basically sit on top here. So these are the D parts. Now on the outside, these D parts are slightly wider than the B's and the first sleeper, so we use the little C parts, which are fillet strips, to glue in there to take up the extra space. So one of those that side and one that side. Now if you're doing a multi-lane engine shed, so more than 2 lanes, you'll only need to put these C-strips on the very outside or outer edges of your hard standing. You don't need them on every one. So if you've got another 2 lanes here, you just go with opposite another piece of track with an A section in it, and then you go for a B section, and then you keep repeating A, B, and just put the C's on the outside. So we put the C's on the outside there. Then we take the wider D section. This is designed to sit over the sleepers there and over the sleepers on the outside, and again on that side, which then gives us, obviously if this was fixed down, it would be much neater than my approximation here, but there we go. So that gives you hard standing. It's all nice and flush, all one level. It just sits ever so slightly lower than the rails, but ever so slightly, probably not even 1/4 of a millimetre. So you've got no problems with pickup and things on your locomotives. There shouldn't be any issues as far as that's concerned, but it gives you a nice flat area to work with. Obviously the A pieces and the D pieces, you cover those with the texture first before you lay them down, and you've got instant hard standing once you lay all the parts in. Now if you want to add additional pieces of hard standing, not sections of track, if you want an area for a car park or some storage areas, racking and things like that, what we also do is the LX103 kit. This is the hard standing extension kit. You get the same textures in there, individually weathered, so it's all different all the way along, but the way we've done this is, because this is now 4mm high, we've made this out of 4mm MDF, so there's 2 pieces in there which are perforated at the same size as each of these slabs on the texture sheet, you can see there. So if you want to do an area that's 2 pieces wide all the way down there, you literally just snap it off, with same as you do with the sections out of the main hard standing kit. Just snap off whichever sections you want, cover them with texture paper, and you've got larger sections of hard standing there. So you can go all around your depot, you can do all sorts of things, you can make roadways, whatever you want to do, but it's all the same level as the main hard standing there. So that pretty much covers everything, I think, to do with that kit. Much quicker and easier to install than card, DAS modelling clay, waiting for it to go off or anything. Glue U-Hoo will dry in seconds, and the same with gluing the texture papers on. So it's a much quicker, much simpler way of getting realistic looking hard standing. So thank you very much for watching. That's the LX96A hard standing, which is for the Hornby track. We do LX96B, which is for Pico streamline track, and the LX103 Extension pack there. These are both available to order now from the main website, which is www.ScaleModelScenery.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm sure it's up there or down. I think it's up there. Please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.